Thank you for joining me. Glad you can come. Glad you came back. If you've been here before, welcome if this is your first time. And I want to share a reading, an oracle reading with you today. I have my cards that I've spent the last year working on. So I'm looking for some guidance from them. And as of today is October 22nd. This is the transition to the time of Scorpio. So it'll be from 10:22 to, I believe, 11:21. So let's get a little guidance for all of us, because I'm asking for guidance for all of us who have found this video. That's you, and who would like a little pondering on what this kind of mysterious time of the year will be. Of course, we all know Halloween is next week, which is just the most exciting time for me. It's Samhain in the Wheel of the Year celebrations of the old Celtic, English, British, pagan traditions, which is really fun. Kind of the same thing as Halloween. And it's also the time of deep going within. Scorpio is a sign of desire. Like, what do I want? What do I really, really need, but maybe what I want, but maybe I don't need that. I need something different. So something more mysterious, something deep. This is the third harvest too. So it's the final harvest before winter comes. It's getting darker. So we're in the time now, we're changing over to the dark side of the year from the light. So for this reading, I just want to, find something kind of mysterious, something deep, maybe something in the shadows that wants to be known and dealt with, because you can feel the energy of this time, because it also is All Souls Day, the day after Halloween, where the veil is really thin. And so it's a time of connecting to ancestors and those that have gone. And I've been doing that. I have a little ritual I'm doing where every day I kind of think of someone who I've known who has influenced me that is now gone, someone I found interesting, or just, someone who comes to me that I remember. And so there's 31 days. So I've been going for 31. And then I'm going to do a little honoring to them on the first, and just see if one of them wants to come and, maybe share some guidance with me. So let's kind of see something kind of mysterious and magical at this time. Think of how beautiful it looks to see the decorations out, and then just the feeling. There's a different feeling to this time of the year. And I like to tap into that and kind of understand a little more. All right, so here's my cards. So I'm going to give them a good shuffle. And how are we going to go? I've been using the three-part where the first card represents what's on the surface, and then we go down into the roots for the second card, and then go deep down in the depths to get a little more insight to add to those two layers. All right, so set your intention to get this information that we want. And okay, I think this is the little, nope, there's a whole bunch of them here. We don't want to, we could, I've done that where you get a whole bunch and then you read them all together, but we just would like three right now, just something to, enhance this magical time of the year. Okay. The surface one, please. A card for this. Oh, there it is. I can see it. Can you see it kind of peeking out there? One card. Okay. I will put this one here. Oh, okay. And then another card. Deeper with that statement. Oh, no, that's a whole bunch. Too many to handle, or we'd be here for 2-3 hours. Oh, now that's interesting. That one, oh, there's two there. It's always a should I or shouldn't I? I think I should. Okay, so there's our two cards. So the dark one is next, and then the light one goes the deepest. Okay, let me put this away nicely. Thank you, cards, for sharing that. Let's see. What do I want to just take a look at these? Okay. We've got, I'll just lift these up so you can kind of see the big picture here. We've got two dark midnight blue cards, and then one light card, kind of a beige, but then the picture is dark, which is interesting. Of course, this is a dark time, and we're talking about going into the shadows. So the first card is tears. And this card is reaching out, a tree that is reaching out, yet the tears are falling through. Then the white fairy elf comes next, kind of a little stern elf there. And then the last card is life traveler. Okay, well, let us begin. Let's see what this wants to share with us. I think I did a little sip for this because this sounds to be interesting. All right, so our first card, tears. The first thing is the companion, and the companion is the whale. It's also connected to the forest witch. So there's this card is a number, oh, it's the ace. So it's a beginning card, a place to begin. And the forest witch, I believe, is the magician. So a place to begin with our magic. There's the elements here. We got water. So the water with the tears. And tears, when you first think of tears, they sound sad, but there really can be a wonderful way to release. Just to let the tears flow, and it just kind of, you just kind of let it all come to the surface and then let it flow out. I want to see into the picture because this is a tree that is reaching up, a tree from the earth, and it's reaching up and it's catching the rain clouds, the rain that, think of the feeling of a storm. I mean, there is just a lot of mystery and magic in a storm because number one, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's a very much time of being out of control. And a lot of times too with tears, when they do come, it's a time when you're out of control. Something is so overwhelming that you can't hold them back. And then the whale is a beautiful spirit guide to come and join us because the whale go down deep. I mean, they live way in the bottom of the sea. So they live a lot in the darkness, and they have to use their senses differently because they really can't see down there. So they have to send out their senses. So at this time, in this magical time of the year where there's just so much, I think that the feelings are strong, that maybe this sees what it is for us to be aware of. What do we come across that makes the tears want to flow? Okay. And we've got the rune. You can see this rune here. This is Ak. So Ak is about strength. It's about an oak tree. So this could be the life of the oak tree reaching out. But this oak tree doesn't look like it's alive. It looks like it's a dead oak tree. So interesting. Of course, this is a time of death. The regular death of those that have passed, but also the symbolic death of, excuse me, the symbolic death of the light, that it's now getting more dark, releasing things because the harvest has been finished. So all the plants are now dying. They're dead, and they've given their life for us to continue. Who am I within this is understanding. So a little more of understanding of maybe what you desire at this time. Within all this magic, what what element of it is calling to you? And if you like this time of the year, why do you like it? Um, what what is it about this time that is really calling to you? And then how can you use that energy or enjoy that energy? The healing part is to purge, just to let it go. And the cheers are totally a purging thing. But then it feels like the storm is crying and the hand is catching it, but then it's going to drop it to the ground, and it's also flowing it into the earth to nourish the earth. So we got a long little forest here, a grove in the back. Let's see, what other message does it have? A lightning strike of awareness. Oh, ancient memories. So much you have seen. Of course, we have, if you believe in reincarnation, you and your soul, you've been around for a long time. And so maybe this is a moment of remembering. I was looking at this call to me, the little tunnel to go within, to follow the path, follow it down into the underworld. Oh, and that's where we're going. Okay. All right. All right. I find this interesting. Not kind of clear, but it's the top. And this is actually here, we're on the top of the service. So we are looking to see, what more needs to be um, discovered. And this does connect. It's the hand works with the magician, which in my set is the forest witch. So this forest does kind of call me to come into the forest and to tap into that. Maybe at this time, because at this time one always is drawn to Samhain, but this is still a beautiful time in the forest with the colors changing. So then let's go deeper. Let's go deeper into the next level, into the roots. And this is the white fairy elf. And here the white fairy elf stands very stoic. It has some parchment there. So it has a message. Oh, there's a beautiful raven here. A raven has come. And we've got the Starry Night from Vincent van Gogh. I so love, he's my most favorite artist. I so connect with him. So that musical, why does that feel musical back there? This, though the fairies do sing quite lovely. Um, oh, and I swear I did not see this, but the companion is a song. Oh my gosh, because it's hard to see because it's a little dark in here. Now that is just beautiful that I felt song was in on the air, a song in your heart. Go out there and sing in the woods. Look at these beautiful towers, these pellet. They're like trees, branches, so twisted. Oh, there's this one has a message. It says, "See what catches your heart. See what catches your heart at this time of the year. What little thing. I love my little ghosties. I have little ghosties here. They always catch my heart. They're not scary at all. I have the most teeniest, tiniest little ghostie here. I should show you. Look at this little teeny tiny. He's so cute. I have 5 of these, and they sit here. They're underneath my candle. So these are 5. These always catch me my eye. If I'm in a store and I see ghosts, it's like, got to go right there and see what it's all about. So that magic will take you deeper. So find the item that catches your eye and follow it. What more does this card has to share? The path is through journeys. So we were totally drawn by the path, drawn into the music of the sky, drawn into the path, into the forest. So wander, wander around, wander as you ponder, ponder and wander. The shadow is jealousy. Interesting. So, what jealousy might we hold? Something to bring tears. Jealous of the magic, jealous of what others have, jealous of what you don't have, but you can get what you want, but you have to work hard at it. The healing is trust your instincts. So feel into that. And the magic is chants. Oh, lovely. Nothing like doing a little chant. The way you chant things too, the simple chant is okay, say I love my little white ghosts. So I would chant ghost. But kind of if I say ghost, 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 it's okay. You know, I could kind of do it as sing song. But if you add a vowel at the end of it, each letter. So ga, ha, o, sa, ta. How much more mysterious that makes it instead of just saying, and ghost is still nice. Ghost, ghost. It feels more playful. But ga, ha, o, sa, ta. I love that. All right, there's something to go deep with. Find that thing that's within this season, follow it, wander with it, and go deep and do a little chanting. All right, so let's go one layer down, deep into the center of the earth, deep past the roots, and we get here into the life traveler. So we all are life travelers. You cannot help but being a traveler because we are traveling. And oh, look at the path here. Oh my gosh, look at the path. There's the sun and there's the path weaving its way, kind of an interesting like peaks or ridges. And there's many spirit animals here, kind of within the light. Here's bear. There's an elk. What is that? Oh, I think that's a raven. That looks like a raven bird. There's somebody here. This looks like a rabbit. A rabbit over there. And what's behind there? It's kind of like, it looks like a tree, a forest, but there's no leaves on the forest. And we have a bumblebee here. And what's this one? Can't see what that is. There's something in the dark. This almost looks like a fish here, a fish. So a lot of different spirit animals you can find. This one works with the stone druid bard. So connecting to the nature, the trees. Druids are very much about the nature, looking at the sun, watching the sun. I can see planets here. It's just a beautiful path to go with your candlelight. I think this is a time to light a candle. I have my little Halloween candle on. You can't see it as I suppose. Let's see if it's hot. It's not too hot. Here's my little candle. You kind of see the little Halloween face here. So he's been looking at me with all my other little ghosts. So this is a time to burn candles, which we do, in our pumpkins. So you can light your pumpkins, enjoy the candle. That tradition is to either scare away things, spirits that you don't want coming near because it is the time of the veil when it's thin, or to welcome them in. So how do you feel about that? Are you welcoming in some beautiful spirits? And this here is the rune Avaz, and this is the rune of partnerships. So someone to work with, to hang out with. Who am I? The way shower. Because I am a way shower. A way shower is showing others the way, just what it says. So you go out and you discover something, and then you share it with somebody else, and then they can go and follow that path to where you went. So maybe there's something that you could share with others. Healing is journey with your guides. Okay, so that's what this picture is about. All the different guides. So which call out to your guides and ask, who wants to be my partner up with Iros at this time to go out and journey deeper. This card also represents in tarot the Empress card. So the Empress, someone to go with you who is very nurturing, kind of a mother figure. It could be a female goddess, it could be your mother, grandmother, great grandmother, bone ancestor, mother, because bone ancestors are ancestors, because I have ancestors, you do too, that go back thousands of years, because there's a path going way back leading to me. Personally, I don't know many of them. Mine doesn't go back very far. I can go back to great grandparents, but that's about it. But you can go and meet someone who is your bone ancestor from centuries ago. And I do know one of mine. Her name is Liesel, and she lives on the fjords over the sea in, like, I think it's Norway, and she was a potter. She has this um, cottage, beautiful cottage that she does her pottery at. And so that's interesting because I love to do pottery. So that I found that connection. The shadow with this card is deep sorrow. Oh my gosh. So we did start with the tears. I guess we're coming full circle. So what sorrow would be with this? Not being able to stay with them, having them leave. Your spirit guides are always there. Even if you don't see them very often, their timeline is different than ours. I used to feel bad because we only have so many hours of the day because we live by time, but they don't live on with time. And so if I wouldn't see someone, all of a sudden, like a year later, I remember, oh my gosh, I haven't visited that spirit guide for a while. It's not that big of a deal. They'll be there for you. So if you develop your pantheon of guides that you work with, you can go back to them at different times, and they will still be there for you, willing to, help and work together. But the shadow's deep sorrow. I guess there with this life, there is still an underlying deep sorrow. It's a rough world to live in. So maybe it is that deep sorrow that we have to kind of shine the light on and try to raise ourselves, because you're going to waste your life if you're just wallowing in deep sorrow. So it's to, it's there, it's there, but rise above it, rise above it out of the shadows. Oh, and magic is the breakthrough. So those breakthrough moments when all of a sudden you understand, because um, I don't know for you what this means. I don't understand that, but you have the breakthrough that what I've shared with you is there for you to understand. Okay, and that is a beautiful place to end. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, cards, tears, white fairy elf, and the life traveler. A beautiful, beautiful pondering, leaving us with pondering to think on in for this time, for this next month, the time of Scorpio. Have a lovely day. Thanks for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Subscribe so you'll know when I add more things. And have a lovely Samhain Halloween. Blessings and hugs. Oh, wow, wow.